All right, happy Thursday, y'all. September the 7th. John chapter 3, verses 5 to 8. Jesus answered, "Truly I tell you, unless someone is born of water and the Spirit, he cannot enter the kingdom of God. Whatever is born of the flesh is flesh, and whatever is born of the Spirit is spirit. Do not be amazed that I told you that you must be born again. The wind blows where it pleases, and you hear its sound, but you don't know where it comes from or where it's going. So it is with everyone born of the Spirit." We live at the beach. Wind's a big deal here. Matter of fact, we just had a hurricane kind of go through, and it can have a tremendous effect. As a matter of fact, surfers talk about onshore wind and offshore wind. An onshore wind is one of those things that produces waves, and we recognize it's coming onshore. We recognize its direction, yes. And you can look as far out to the ocean as you want to, but you can't see where it's coming from. Jesus is talking about this idea of the wind, which is part of God's creation, and that the wind is like the Spirit. It moves at God's direction. I mean, I can't create wind. I can't create a directional force to drive waves or anything like that. And the wind moves the way God directs the wind to move. And you see, that's the same thing about God's action in salvation. God saves. The action and power of salvation is seen in the lives of those that God saves. See, the Spirit of God works. He regenerates, He redeems, and we see the act of regeneration in people's lives. We see what God does in people. Here at the beach, I remember as a kid, my dad used to we wouldn't fly kites at home because there wasn't a lot of wind. My dad would always fly a kite at the beach. And it's interesting, you can kind of put the kite up in the air, and the onshore wind or the wind at the beach will catch that kite and take it up. And there's a string coming off that kite, right? And that string serves a purpose. It's kind of a tether, an anchor for that kite. Now, the string doesn't make the kite fly. The wind makes the kite fly. The string is sort of a discipline that holds the kite into the wind. And we can't see the wind that makes the kite fly, but we see the effect of the wind because it makes the kite fly, and the string holds it in place. See, I've been sharing on Sundays about the disciplines of our faith. Those things that hold us in the path of God's Spirit. The disciplines of our faith that hold us into the wind and we fly by the Spirit of God. Question is, where are we flying? Where are you flying? John 3, 5 through 8. Jesus answered, "Truly I tell you, unless someone is born of water and the Spirit, he cannot enter the kingdom of God. And whatever is born of the flesh is flesh, and whatever is born of the Spirit is spirit. Do not be amazed that I told you must be born again. The wind blows where it pleases, and you hear its sound, but you don't know where it comes from or where it is going. So it is with everyone born of the Spirit." See you tomorrow.